Hello guys, welcome to another video. We're through to the FA Cup semifinals. We had to grab that one, didn't we? But it was a good game. Um, all around it was a good game. I think Fulham came in and showed us that that they're there to win it. At least for the first 60 minutes, they they were grafting hard. They were playing a lot better than us. We were poor, by the way. We were a bit flat today, and not really creating much going forward. But towards the end, after the red cards, the team kind of sparked back to life, and credit to Sancho for keeping his composure during that time. But I'm gonna just talk about that um, red card decisions right away because I think it was the right decision. The ref did well. He kept his composure and acted as the professional he is. And kudos to the ref. He did his job today. But I can't just get my head around how you recruit a player into your team who is not disciplined, who lacks discipline and professionalism. Like, how do you go and shrug the ref? Literally elbow him. Like, if that was on the streets, the ref would have taken his shirt off and that would have been a fight. But obviously, being a ref, what could he do? Give him a freaking red card. But yeah, Mitrovic there, I don't understand where his state of mind was at the time. Like, how do you go and shrug a ref? And then you've literally put your whole team in the mice. But I'm not worried about that. I mean, it plays in our favor. We're quite fortunate because we were playing bad then. But then again, you could say that after Sancho's goal, which was meant to be a goal, if he wasn't blocked by Willian, maybe we would have picked up some steam rather, and we could have grew into the game and got something out of it. But if you look at the fact that Fulham was playing the better football, 60 minutes weren't really having any answers to questions they were posing at us. It could have gone either way, even with one red card. But with the lack of discipline they had, they went down 2 men, and we were on a cruise, literally. Like, if we weren't able to put them to the sword with two players down, then we're not really a Premier League team. Sorry to swear there. Almost. But yeah, we put them to the sword. I mean, as a top three team, that is much expected. Bruno's back to life towards the end there, towards the last 30 minutes there. I think he put on a great team performance. It's still buddies in there, so it's not easy to put a team to the sword. But if you're a top three team in the Premier League, you have to do that. That is expected as much. And with with a with a coach like Ten Hag, you should expect that. So yeah, we got the win 3-1. Let's get this going. I'll predict the finals will be a Manchester derby, but you never know with the sport. It could be anyone in that final, but definitely Man City is gonna be in the final. Definitely. We should be there, and we could possibly get a result. But with the form Man City is in now, 6-0 in the FA Cup game yesterday, and the previous game before that, we got Haaland scoring hat tricks. Like, it's just crazy. Like, they're on a crazy run right now, and yeah, you expect that they will comfortably, win the FA Cup and give Arsenal a right goal in the Premier League. But let's see how this goes. We're through to the next round. That's what matters. You take it one step at a time. And I just want to talk about the formation we put out there. And going forward, is that really gonna work? Vegas through the middle. I know Sancho on the left, Anthony on the right. I gotta give Anthony his props today as well. He was going at the defenders. He was he was solid. His all around play was good. Um, when the back line was a bit flat to that. I don't think they offered much going forward. Um, and Harry Maguire, let's not get started on him. We all know how we feel about Harry Maguire, but you just feel like at this last stages of the season, like this team should be offering more. And you could say they're fatigued or whatnot, but with all the injuries we have, it's also hard to say a lot about the players. Down in tools or not really, going at it in the game. But we could do a lot better, and that's for sure. And playing a team like Fulham in the FA Cup, we should have dominated that game. I'm sure Ten Hag would be furious that we didn't dominate. So hopefully we can make some changes that will actually affect the team positively or spark them back to life because we really need that. We need some juice. We need a jump start. Maybe the 7-0 loss to Liverpool still lingers in some of their heads, or it could just be a matter of having the right combination of players to play the kind of game that we ought to be playing. And having Maguire in there and not Varane, it makes a huge difference. It makes a huge difference. On Sancho, I think he's growing. He's growing into the game day by day. Um, he didn't offer much today, but when he came down to it, he did what he had to do. I mean, he provided us with that penalty, which Bruno took superbly well. Um, but yeah, he's gonna take time for Sancho to really get back to himself, and no other person than Ten Hag to trust to get him where he needs to be. But we don't really have much options on the bench, and throwing Palestri in there at his age and might be affecting his growth and all of the things. We have a lot of problems going on in the club, and now we're trying to sell the club. There's a lot going on, definitely. Um, I just want to see us finish in top four this season. Just try to get through this season at least. I'd like to see us finish third. I think we should be able to comfortably do that, even though there are other teams, following closely behind us. Um, that you see, that's what that's what should tell you how much Ten Hag is, how much he's improved this team because we expect in third position. Expectations change as the season goes, so it's not fair for me to say that Ten Hag. It's not fair for me to say Ten Hag has to provide third, but also expectations change during the season, and I think he ought to provide that. I think if we have fourth, that will leave a bit of a sour taste. But yeah, expectations change as we go on during the season. You look at Arsenal; they weren't expecting to be first position, and now they're first position comfortably, and they improved. They improved. It's just like, let's say in the UFC when you win the belt, and that gives you some confidence to keep going. So that's what Ten Hag has done, or that's what Arsenal has done rather in the Premier League, and they're just going at it. It's almost like they don't know how to lose anymore, and that's how that position kind of affects you, and it will be hard to say they'll replicate that next season. But yeah, I think Ten Hag has to get something out of this team in whatever way he needs to do that. But happy days today. We could banter other teams and Arsenal for going out of the Europa League. We could banter other teams and also remember that with this team we could also get whooped um, at other times. So we gotta be careful if you're gonna banter your friends. You gotta be careful with it, man. Use a light tone, cause you don't know, you don't know when it's gonna come back and bite you in the ass. But anyway, I'm happy with the result today. I'm happy that the other team was very was they weren't out of it. They just lacked a lot of discipline, and that played into our favor. So I'm happy. I'm happy with that. We put them to the sword, got the win. Let's go.